And welcome back for part 2 of the Battle of Iwo Jima bonus episode. And I didn't come into this with a particular theme in mind, but this has definitely become the defgun bonus episode. And I managed to kill 2 that time, presumably someone standing right next to the defgun as well as the commander of it. That battleship, even though it doesn't seem to have been really occupied all that much, has really come in handy in distracting that defgun. But I think now that my defgun is back in action, we've got the defgun challenge rolling to see how long I can hold off the enemy from the one flag they control. I don't think that they're going to be much distracted. That was a close call there. You don't usually think of leading targets with your defgun in that way, but the tank is a real threat. Alright, defgun is back up on the battle. Just wanted to go after that one guy, but I'd better knock him out quickly. Yeah, he's still distracted by the battleship. Yeah. Not even really sure if the battleship is a proper angle on the defgun, at least. But at any rate, there are 2 little bunkers. That one's kind of the wrecked bunker that I just aimed at. And there's also this bunker over here that's obscured by the palm trees. It gets lit up when you get some splash damage coming over there. But if you can aim it just directly inside the bunker, you can often get some kills. And you can see the tank spawn at the mountain flag is really pretty short. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that I killed the other one. So I really have to watch out for that, because unlike the defgun, which I kind of know exactly where, I know where it's going to be, obviously, and I've got a kind of a good handle on aiming toward it. Oh, see that? It wheeled right around toward me. Yeah, that thing, the defgun, swiveled around like a horror movie with the person's head twisting around backwards, just going right at me. So a few seconds more, and that might have gotten a lucky kill against me. But the tank, see, they can move the tank around, and they can obviously change positions, or they can have it kind of hid behind the palm tree where it spawns in, or they can try to keep up a good speed. So that's going to be a lot tougher to deal with. Alright, the defgun is back. And that time there was no one in it, but the tank is right back up. And he's definitely going for me. I don't know if the driver of that tank realized or had been watching the other tanks get blown up, but I've taken out a number of tanks already. And just looking at the map for a moment, our team has not been doing particularly well. I mean, sometimes we get them down to one flag, but we've been losing the airfield. They've been going kind of back and forth on the center flags. But I can't be everywhere, and being the defgun on this, with so much of their team being on the mountain, that's as close as you can get to being everywhere. And that time, if you saw the little crosshairs flash, here we go again with a defgun. I had actually gotten a direct hit on an infantry, right down to half, and I guess the defgun just barely missed me. He must have changed his aiming. If he'd kept the same aim, he probably would have destroyed my defgun, launching that shell right after, or launching the shell right before his own defgun was destroyed. I think the defgun respawns at the same rate as the tank, so at any moment I'm going to have to deal with that tank again. Assuming it hasn't been bombed by any more planes. Not getting as many kills now. Presumably the Japanese are really respawning in at their other flags now. Because all we've got is one of the center flags, which has no vehicles, and our landing beach, which has no vehicles. But at the very least, we've actually managed to turn this around. We're now in the lead by around 30 tickets. I think with the defgun, yeah, there we go with the last ditch effort with the bazooka. I think the defgun taking its toll, yeah, that the hostile defgun, you can see it rotating around toward me. I think being stuck on the mountain, just kind of being bombarded as they tried to go down the path, and having their tank destroyed over and over again really took its toll. I'm getting hit by something, possibly even being hit from behind, since the Japanese now control everything but the landing beach. That may have been the tank from the mountain flag, obscured by the palm trees, or it could have been a tank coming up from behind from the airfield. Well, now we're in a really nasty position. Okay, the L Cup is what got credit for the kill on me there. The L Cup is an American landing craft, and that's exactly why you don't normally see the word L Cup coming in on this LP. It's because people rarely get kills using an American landing craft. It's kind of a funny strategy the guy used. He used one of our own landing craft that was beached there and used the mounted machine gun on it. Well, we actually did turn things around when we had gotten them stuck at the mountain flag. There was no ticket bleed, since the Japanese don't ticket bleed until they lose every single flag. But it was just a really, really strong kill-to-death ratio that brought us through. And with any luck, we'll be able to at least get something. All we need to do really is stop the ticket bleed. I didn't quite get a chance to detonate. I was one mouse click away from at least knocking down that tank to half health. Well, I heard an explosion and kind of switched away from the anti-tank kit. But the tank is still up. Yeah, our ticket lead is going to be gone very, very quickly. They can do a lot of damage. We're all spawning in here at the landing beach. They've got several mounted machine guns aimed and ready to go, and they've got the tanks guarding it too. Some servers will not allow you to bring the tanks down to this landing beach on the basis that it's an uncapturable base, and because it's so effective too. What we could really use is some aircraft from our aircraft carrier taking these tanks down. Alright, we're now behind, and if we don't capture some flag, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. As you can see, I'm not very well versed with the bazooka. It's got a weird aiming on it. There's the reload bug, so I'm stuck with 3 bullets. Alright, the tanks are finally out of the way, so we've got a small window to try to sneak around up here and at least neutralize one of the flags. See, the aim on the Japanese assault machine gun, which is what I'm using, it's pretty decent. I've been crouching to get more accuracy. Definitely could use some more health, though. Yeah, the guy gives me a medic kit. Well, if we had another minute or so, I think we could have pulled this out, but I don't think we're going to be able to do it now. They're going to have tons and tons of people over here. It's actually impressive how long I was able to hold them off with the death gun, but wasn't quite enough. See you on the next episode.